What's good, y'all? It's your girl Jessica. You guys are tuning into my new podcast, Thought Provoking Shh. It's where we'll dive into conversations about life, love, relationship, education. So buckle up, guys. Like, subscribe. We'll be available on all podcast platforms. Y'all, it's your girl Jessica, and this is the Thought Provoking Shh podcast. It's where we sit up and talk about love, relationships, and the things of the like. I wanted to keep it light today and talk about relationships. I have been in a place where I'm trying to understand the dynamics between me and other human interactions, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if other people can relate, but I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship that caused you to do some self work. Like it was so traumatic. Like the person went out their way to harm or hurt you in a way so bad that it caused you to do some self reflection and heal the inner child in you. And I have experienced a relationship that caused me to ask myself, like, what made me even attracted to this person? And I think that's when I learned to like trust my intuition and trust these things that people, a lot of people call you crazy for. So I just was very, very curious if it's only me. Like, have you ever been in a situation where a relationship forced you to heal the inner child? Like, it forced you to be like, what is it about me that even would attract somebody that would go out their whole way to disrupt my peace? And not just disrupt my peace, but just like to try to destroy me. Because sometimes I feel like when we deal with partnership relationships and you meet the wrong person, it often feels like they have went out their whole way, and I don't wanna cuss, but they have went out their whole way to try to, like, disrupt your peace and destroy you when you only did or your only intentions was to love them. Um, and this is just a little backstory. I had a relationship where I was dealing with this guy, and I really went out of my way to understand, and that's when I this is when I realized there's 2 levels to trauma bonding. So everybody talk about trauma bonding, right? But don't nobody talk about like the levels to the shit or the levels to it. Like it's 2 levels of trauma bonding. You can trauma bond with a person because y'all both going through the same thing. Oh, me and my like it's girlfriends and friendships that are made off of trauma bonding. Oh, me and my baby daddy are both our baby daddies cheating on us. And now y'all just best friends. And then it's the trauma bond where you recognize the pain, right? So you meet somebody and you like, I just feel you. I feel why you act like that. I understand why you're going through that. And I didn't know that type of trauma bonding exists until I did it. Like when I did it, when I was dating somebody and I was putting up with their stuff just because I understood what it felt like. I understood what it felt like to be misunderstood. That's where I effed up at. That's where I really effed up at, but I did not recognize trauma about it, almost down to the point where this person doing me dirty, dirty. This person doing me filthy, and I'm healing myself, like I'm doing the self work, the shadow work, but I'm thinking like, well, they doing me good. I'm learning about me. So I'm not even mad. And I'm still taking it back. It's like so many different layers to it. But I think when you start dating and you deal with folks that make you do the self work, it opens up like a different level of who I am. Like it really made me in tune with who I am. It made me fall in love with me in a whole nother way. It really, really did. It really made me fall in love with me in a whole, like on a whole nother level in a whole nother way. But it is a process. Like dealing with the trauma of being heartbroken. I'm like, this motherfucker, excuse my mouth, but this person literally, okay, little backstory. So I met this guy and it was beautiful. He was so wonderful. And I thought he was everything under the sun. And I noticed like a couple of little, red flags, but I really, that's the part of trauma bonding I was talking about where I really attributed it to like childhood hurt and people have hurting him in the past. That's why he act like this. So I attributed all of that to that, which made me wanna love him through that, like, show. Because when I was hurt, I used to always be like, when I was hurt and I was acting out, it wasn't nobody there for me. So I wanna create a space where he's hurt, he acting out, I wanna be that person there for him. Wrong. So, we're dating. I noticed some things, come to find out and I made a video about this a while ago, but come to find out I'm dating a whole dope fiend, like, he's a whole powder snorter, and I have no clue, and like I used to tell my homegirls, like, "Shoot, I know what it is when it look like when a dude sell it. I don't know what it look like when a dude use it. I don't hang around them type of folk." So, he had all these problems, but because he had already once I started finding out his truth, I already was in love, so I'm trying to love him through addiction. Help him to get clean. Like, I really think I'm Jesus. Like, I really go out of my way. I just dropped something, y'all. I really go out of my way to think I'm gonna change. That's why I tell y'all, you cannot change a person. When a person wanna do for you and be for you, they're gonna do it. And I really went out of my way to think I was about to change this person. And this person really, really went out of their way to Donkey Kong dog walk me. Like, it's like he woke up every day. It's like this mother lover woke up every day and said, "I'm going to destroy her. All that happy killjoy she on, I'm going to kill that. All that loving, I'm gonna ruin her." That's how I felt. Like he went above and beyond to try to destroy me. And then that go into my next point. Have a person ever did you so dirty that you felt like they made you want to get your get back? Have a person ever did you so filthy where you was like, I have to. If I do not get my get back, I ain't a child of God. Period. If I do not get my lick back, and I don't think people understand that everybody play the victim, everybody want to be upset, but sometimes you cause it on yourself. Sometimes your behavior, every action has a reaction, and sometimes your behavior warranted my reaction. And a lot of people not used to people to keeping it real no more. A lot of people not used to people holding them accountable no more. And that's why I find myself in a space where I am isolated because I'm not gonna hold you up. And we live in a world where everybody holding everybody up. But I just was sitting here thinking about that. Like, have you ever got so mad at a person, male or female, non-gender oriented, and you just had to get your lick back? Like, you have played with me so long that I gotta get my lick back. And if I don't get my lick back, what's up? I know everybody we grown, everybody wanna quote their mantras like, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you." I am not doing none of that. I have not gotten there in my growth. I haven't. Like, you do me dirty, well, like, I haven't gotten to the place where that's why that one song by Usher, "We Ain't Good Good," I cannot stand that song because that's a lie. I'm not we is bad. You cross me, we are bad, and we're gonna stay bad until we're no longer till this till bad is over. Till bad is over. So I oftentimes be in a space where I'd rather be by myself because I cannot deal with the fakeness of people and not even like personal relationships. This is like friendships. This is family members. Like it's certain people that really will try you and cross you in a way but make you be like, I'm gonna get my lip back. And when I get my lip back, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Everybody want to quote a scripture when I do something. Everybody got a scripture to quote when I do something. When you had me up in here crying, when you had me up in here crying, it wasn't nobody quoting no scripture. But now that it's my turn, so I'm working on that. That's why they say healing is a what? It is a journey, not a destination. Because I be trying to get my lick back, especially if I feel like you went out your way. And then a lot of people be fumbling good folks. Like, it is so hard to find good people, and I don't know if that's, like, geographically because of where I live, or what, but it is so hard to find, like, good folks, good friendships, good relationships. Everybody wants something. Everybody got an ulterior motive. I do not understand that. Like, everybody got an ulterior motive when it comes to the relationship games, and I'm not blaming it on the men, and I'm not blaming it, it's messed up on both sides. Because I watch females where I look at them and be like, "How are you pressing how are you pressing a man to keep your hair done and you come outside with a bonnet on? How are you pressing a man to keep food in your refrigerator and you can't keep yourself fed?" So I get the conundrum on both sides. However, I feel like a lot of the conversations we have about loyalty and love is only specific to the Black community. I feel like we the only people doing each other dirty like this because it's unnecessary. Like, I'm the type of person where you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that to me, poo. Just tell me you don't wanna fool with me no more. You ain't gotta lie to me. You ain't gotta steal from me. You ain't gotta cheat from me. You ain't gotta backstab me. You ain't gotta run through the streets and degrade my name. But people do that shit. People do that stuff every day. And then as soon as you say, "My turn," "Oh, you trying to ruin my life? Oh, you a horrible person." I just don't understand. I used to think I was an alien. I don't fit in because I just don't understand why that is tolerable. And it's like my favorite Kevin Gates song. It's like we reward bad behavior. It's like the world only love peanut. You know what I'm saying? Like they only love the fake stuff. Like soon as you say the real, soon as you say your real opinion, soon as you have a real objective opinion that and you stand on it, you hate. You know, it is so hard to find good folks. It is so hard to build good relationships because everybody got a motive. Everybody got it's just it's very, very different now. And I'm like, dang, am I tripping? Is that common? Is it because I live in the Midwest? Like, what is it? Because I'm not under no understanding why if somebody is good to you, somebody sitting up at the hospital with you, somebody got your back, somebody riding for you harder than your family ever did, any of those things, why would you go out your way to do all that? And when I got my degree and went to school, they ain't teach me nothing about brain mechanics and drugs and all. All I know is this. I treat people how they treat me. And in this current climate, you cannot treat a person good and get it back. It's almost like it's a test. If you treat a person good, they gonna treat you back. Dirt. They gonna do you dirt. If you treat a person decent, they gonna go out their way to prove that you not as good as you been. And I don't get it. And I am to the point where I don't wanna be in nothing. I don't wanna be in a relationship. I ain't making no new friends. If I ain't friends with you right now, because when I do something, I'm still not at that part of my healing. Everybody expects you to be the bigger person when it's your turn. So I'm just not to that part of my healing where I have said, you know what, you can do me dirty and I wish you well. No, F you, die today. Sleep. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. But that's how I feel. So I'm working on it. But I just wonder, like, am I the only one that go through that where a person do you so dirty where you be like, I gotta get my lit back just so you could know, stop playing with me. Or do you get to a point where you like, well, I wish you well. I have not gotten there, but I just wonder how long it takes to get there and what stop is that of? Because I'm to the point where I give everybody respect until they disrespect me. And I get tired of giving the immense amount of respect and getting disrespected in the process. So what is the formula for that? So those are two questions I wanted to chat. Have you ever had somebody hurt your feelings enough or broke your heart enough or backstab you enough where you felt like you had to get your get back and what you do? And like, what does that process look like for us? Like, for the people who had to do the understanding? Because a lot of like I said, I was just in a relationship where the person hurt my feelings so bad that I got so much self-healing off of that, like, healing the heck out of my inner child in a way that it made me not even hate them. Like, I literally elevated from the heartbreak. So, I went through a period where I didn't even hate this person because I'm like, "Dang, I still elevated, I still won because I was able to figure out what made me attracted to him, what made me think this behavior was okay, what made me wanna save this person, what made me wanna," you know what I'm saying? I was able to do all that work, so it's like those levels of healing is so challenging because you start being like, "Okay, I'm healing," and then everybody wanna be healed in solitude, but the real healing happens when you have to go into them environments again. So then you heal, and then you like, "Well, I'm better." And the person that hurt me made me better, so I'm not mad. Or maybe it's just me, but that's what I went through where I was like, the person who actually made me better is the person who hurt me. And that's why I made that video a while ago saying that I wonder if God uses all your heartbreaks, all your just failures, everything to heal your inner child. All that trauma you went through as a child, if you get the lesson out those heartbreaks, are those used to heal your inner child because that's what happened. God used somebody, like somebody that I truly love, like I truly loved him. And I didn't care what he had because he ain't have nothing. He ain't had nothing. Okay. To the point where I'm almost embarrassed that he ain't have nothing. So I really love this individual and he played me on so many levels. He went out his way to just like not only stab me, but twist it and turn around and be like, it's me. So he used that to make me be like, "What is it that make me act like this?" Even down to the ladies who wanna chase after a what make us do that? And then when you use the heartbreak to be like, "Oh, that's because my daddy left me. My daddy never responded. Oh, my mama left me, so I don't like it when people leave me, so when he don't answer the phone or when he do this, it makes you do that work. It makes you sit and be like, "Hmm." Because you don't wanna feel like that. I feel like that made me be like, "I never let a mother make me feel like that again." So I don't care how much self-work I gotta do, I never sit up and let 'em make me feel like that again. Period. Period. Like, you will never be able to sit up in my face and break me down to the point where I'm sobbing like it's the death. No. Or wanna sitting up somewhere asking like, "What did I ever do to you?" Like, never. So getting in though, like, that is the key, like, if you are going through some sort of hurt, pain, bad relationship, that's what you're supposed to do, take that and figure out why I'm even attracted to somebody who will go to the jugular. Why I'm even attracted to somebody who would do all that? Because 'cause I'm not even doing all that to you. And then it'd be so funny because these same people will go and chase after somebody who is dogging them, and I don't have it in me, like, I'm not the get back queen. I know all the young girls be like, "You cheat on me, I cheat back." My stuff too good to be out here just soliciting it because 'cause I'm mad. No. So I'm not gonna get back, I'm just gonna leave you alone. So it's all a process, it's all a work in progress. It's gon' get better, I guess, I don't know. All I know is I'm in a position where I'm not zero tolerance, and I think other people should be too, like that givers, takers, we all I'm not I can't get into the quotes and the mantras and all of that. All I know is that sometimes that heartbreak is a valuable lesson in that. Like, you can definitely get a lesson up out of it. And if you choose to get the lesson up out of it, it will better serve you in the future. It definitely will. It's just because I still love that nigga. I still love him. I just know I can't be with you. So now I'm at the point where I have to tell my head to take control because my heart don't know no better.